Hey Justice, I'm taking a look at your draft. Okay, so when you're in here, this should not be in the heading. It should just be at the top of your first page. So you're going to want to take this out and just have that here. Also, don't have the line where it says page 1 and all of that. You just want to have a very simple page. So I would just go here. Ooh, I have to fix that too. Okay, and then come up here and get rid of all this. Also, see I've got all this extra spacing when I hit return to go to a new line. And so what you need to do is hit Control, well, first I got to get out of there. Okay, hit Control A to select everything in your paper. Go up to paragraph, and in this drop down, the before and the after should both be 0 points. So that gives you a true double spacing. Make sure you do that whether it's MLA or APA formatting, they both are the same. Okay, then for your, why is it doing that? Your title should be centered, but not italicized. Okay. Then what you want to do is you're going to want to change this page number in here. So get rid of what's in there, go to Insert, there we go, page number, top of page, and then just choose this plain one here that's on, and then put your last name next to it. And make sure you have different first page. That had to be checked. Do not check different odd and even pages. You don't want that. Why is it giving me back? I don't want that. Why is it doing that? Why is it defaulting to that? That's not what we asked it to do. Let's try this again. Insert page number, top of page. There we go. So then should have your perfect. Your last name and the page number in the top right on every page except the first page. Okay, there we go. And then you have the correct spacing too. So you're going to want to go through and make sure you do all that when you revise your paper before you turn it in. And now I'm going to, and I know that I read this once already in class, but I'm going to go through it again. So if there's periods where I'm kind of quiet, it's because I'm rereading what you sent me. Okay, so, and we already talked about this, how you need to adjust your opening paragraph so that you have an overall, that sort of more global concept that, you know, things we experience change who we are or change our perspectives on things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you're going to go into you know, the experience that changed my life was, or whatever that might be. Because this is too specific then, going into her courageous journey, et cetera, that will come later. Okay, see, once you get into your narrative, it's nice and clear. Okay, so when you say the word hospital, either what you want to do, because you're talking about the word as a word, so go ahead and put it in quotation marks, like that. Yeah, just like you have it here, like that. Okay. Go ahead and take out this comma. And then add a comma in here. So that's right, because I remember talking to you, I think, about commas. So what you really want to be paying attention to is you're going through each of your paragraphs and looking at your sentence structures, your grammar, your punctuation, all of that, is be really aware of your commas. So when you have a list of something where it's just a list, you're going to want to, if there's more than one item in that list, you're going to want to use commas, and then a comma and an and or whatever conjunction before the last item in that list. When you have a compound sentence, so if you've got two independent clauses in a sentence, then so there's both a subject, and a predicate. So if you've got two of those in a sentence, then you need to have either a semicolon in between them, or a comma and a conjunction between them, or just make them into two separate sentences. But if there is not another subject, so like here you've got, what was I saying? I didn't understand why my sister was sick, comma, but Faith was pale as a ghost. So that's correct, comma, but. And then you have, and it made me nervous to see her so sick. So again, you're going to need a comma in there. You've actually got three independent clauses in that one particular sentence. It's fine to have that many in there. Just make sure you have that. Now, here you have, I did not ask many questions and just did as I was instructed to. So this one, you actually want to take this comma out because you're saying it's a list of two items. You've got your subject, did not ask many questions is the first thing, and then back to the same subject, I just did as I was instructed to do, right? So if you put a comma in there, then now it's a comma splice. So you want to take that comma out. So just be, try to be aware that if you don't have two subjects and it's a list, then you don't want that, you don't want the commas in there, all right? Okay, good. Very descriptive. This is a little awkward, the beginning of this sentence. Combine the problems with my sister and seeing my father in such a state made me aware. You might want to say, just say, instead of saying combine the problems, you might want to say, both the problems with my sister and with seeing my father in such a state, something like that. But when you have combine in there, it just doesn't, somehow it just doesn't quite sit right. It's hard for me to explain, which I know I should be able to explain because I'm the English teacher, but it's almost like you're telling people to combine. So you want to say, it would almost be combining the problems with my sister and seeing my father in such a state. But I don't think that's what you're really trying to say. Is combine isn't quite the right word. Okay, let's see. So what I want to say is you transition really well between your thoughts. You've got a lot of unfortunately's, howevers, but, or within a few days, I mean, when they finally got him stable again, it's so easy to follow along your train of thought and to follow chronologically what's happening in the story. Like, the pieces make sense together. And so I just want to say you do a really good job with that. Okay, I remember this paragraph. So I would take this out, and I think I told you this when we were going over it. Not too many exclamation points. It's fine to have one in there. Maybe just this last one would be the good one, would be the one to leave in. Good. Okay. So then, and I think I probably told you this also when we were in class together. There needs to be more about you. So this is the situation that changed you, but I want to know how it changed you. What you have here is that, you know, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. First, I would take that out. It's very cliche. So I would, what has your sister inspired you to do? What kind of strength has she given you? What sort of direction in your life has she given you? What is it? Be far more specific. So there needs to be a paragraph in between these two that's all about you and how this affected you and how it changed you and turned you into the person that you are. Okay? Otherwise, I think you're doing a really great job. Your writing is clear. It's easy to follow. I can hear your voice in it. I really enjoy reading it. So, you know, work on that opening paragraph, add this paragraph in here, and, you know, just clean up this last one a little bit, and I think you'll be fine.